Amir, thanks for joining us. Walk us through the timeline, if you could, yesterday, how the events unfolded that ultimately led to yesterday's game not being played.
It was crazy. Like when I got to the field yesterday, I always go out and sit in center field and, just meditate to myself a little bit. And yesterday, my heart was very heavy. As we all know, it's what's been happening and stuff like that. So, as I was sitting out there, I seen the guys get together, Bron, Yelich, Moose, Wade, Miley, all those guys were getting together. And, I really didn't know what they were doing. And, I was assuming they were talking about something. But, as I was sitting there for a while and, Moose calls us over there and, we huddle up and they're like, hey, like the Brewers they're not going to play today. And we should support them as well. We just, who's all okay with not playing. And, it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders right there, man, because I was contemplating not playing yesterday because of what the Bucks did, and I think that was a big step for them. And I was contemplating not playing, and for them to say that they weren't playing, I felt, man, that was the greatest decision, and it just made it so much easier for us. So we just came together as a team, and we decided that we weren't going to play, man. We weren't going to stand for this anymore. And I feel, by us doing that was just, making the first statement. The NBA, I know the Lions, they didn't practice the other day, but
Yeah.
Just to bring awareness and make these statements, man, it just can't go on anymore.
Amir, I saw your tweet there, and you're very active on social media, and occasionally you do get pushback. People will get into your mentions and disagree with your opinion, sometimes vehemently. If you can go and step outside beyond 140 characters and talk to those people that don't quite understand or disagree with your beliefs and your actions, what would you tell them?
It's very tough. It's okay if you guys never agree with each other. And some of the feedback I get, some of it's overwhelming, some of it's, disappointing, but a lot of it is good too, as well. But I just want to make it known, like, being black in America, like, it's a thing. We aren't treated as equal. And we don't have the same opportunities as, a Caucasian. We don't. And that's just the facts of it. And when people sit here and argue with me and, we just see the videos or we see this and it's just like, I don't know. I don't even want to fight back sometimes, but I have to, but I just want to make this world a better place, regardless of color. I want to make this world a better place. You don't do something because, out of hate. I want more love in this world, man. And I feel like we're not there. We are definitely not there.
Right.
As a country. We are not there. There's a lot of hate in this world. There's a lot of divisiveness in this world. And no matter what, like I say, everybody always thinks like something is political. Nothing is political. It doesn't even matter what side you're on. Let's just come together as people and love one another. And that's my biggest message to a lot of people. But I think that's lost in a lot of the content, and people are thinking, it's a political agenda, but it's really not.
Mary, strong words, man. It's never lost. I think we're doing a fantastic job. My question would be, as far as, and Roflo asked me this morning about where do we go from here? I would ask you the same question. In your mind, what do you think we go from here?
From here, I think as athletes, we can use our words, not let things be forgotten, because the George Floyd thing, it started to die down a little bit, right? And then this happened again. So it sparked up another fire. For us, I seen Dominic Smith say it, we need to give our time. We got to get in these communities, and we got to hit these communities strong, man. We got to do something where we break those narratives of police officers are bad, and and we got to break these narratives. We have to come together as one. And I'm still working on myself, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Where do we go from here? And it's time to take a look in the mirror and actually sit down with ourselves and see what we can do. But I think it starts by getting in the community, getting in these poverty areas, man, and just giving our time, and just try to break these stereotypes and these narratives that they have between police and black people and stuff like that. We just gotta break those stereotypes, man.
Amir, first of all, thanks for coming on, and thank you for speaking up. We've been talking here about having difficult conversations. Give us an idea of what it's like in your clubhouse as you, as teammates, begin to talk about things that are much bigger than baseball.
They're tough. I'll tell you that. They're tough because you have two sides that, somebody may come from, a privileged background. Somebody maybe come from poverty. So you'll never really know because you never lived each other's lives, right? So you only see one side. But I feel like our team does a really good job in our clubhouse. We respect each other. That's what we preach all the time, respect. If you have a problem with somebody, you go and talk to them. And I've been having so many conversations with my teammates, and they want to understand, they want to listen, they want to learn. And it's my team is doing a great job, man, doing a great job. But like I said, we may not agree all the time, but that doesn't mean we hate each other. We still love each other at the end of the day. You just had a disagreement. You know what I mean? But my job is to, enlighten them and try to show them what it's like, because they'll never know what it's like, because they'll never be able to walk in my shoes. But I can teach them. I can give them, opportunities. I can give them research. I can give them education to help them learn more. And that's the only thing I can do to help them out. And my team has done a really good job, man, a really good job of, learning on their own and diving into history and stuff like that. So, I applaud them.
My last one for you, man. As we move forward, and you talked about, now you got to put the uniform back on with your boys. Talk about that, just going back in the clubhouse and, getting that uniform on and going back on that field.
Man, that's one I wasn't ready for, because Sean Doolittle said it the best, man, from the Nationals a few months ago. He says sports are a reward for a function in society. We aren't there. We are not there. And a lot of people always write me and stuff like that. They're like, baseball is my escape from reality. Like, no. This is our world that we live in. We want to make it better and have baseball. You want to make it better and have sports, or you want to just have a Band-Aid like over in sports. I feel like sports is a distraction from that. You don't get that. You don't. We need a function in society. And who knows, I may not play tonight. It depends on how I feel. But, I feel like we're not there as a country. So whatever we decide to do today, I don't know what it'll be. But, it'll be hard for me to put back on my uniform today. So who knows where we'll go from there. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys.
So just to be clear, Amir, will you make that determination once you head to the park, or do you have an idea of what your timeline might look like for the rest of the day?
I gotta make some phone calls and stuff like that. So we'll see. It'll probably be a game time decision. I'll have to talk to my team first, of course.
Yeah.
And we'll see how I feel, man. If I'm mentally able to put on the uniform today, and I have to run it by them first and see what they want to do.
Amir Garrett of the Cincinnati Reds. Amir, we appreciate the time. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, and good luck the rest of the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my man.